Hi, this is Jundo. Welcome to Tree Leaf. It's getting towards the end of the year, which is just the start of everything to come. And we're getting near the end of Master Dogen's instructions for the cook, which is also the start of everything to come. But as we get to the end, Master Dogen has this very nice section where he starts to tie things together. And if I were to sum it up, I would say, now is the time, this is the place. Whatever is right here in your hand, that is your practice. That is the opportunity for you to follow the way. You don't have to be in a monastery deep in the Himalayas. You don't have to be living 2,500 years ago at the time of Buddha. You don't have to be an old Chinese monk living in the mountains, living in a cave. You can be you in New Jersey or Norway or wherever you are. This is something I think that is a revolution in Buddhism, but is what our practice here is all about. We can practice where we are and know the fruits of Buddhist practice without being locked behind monastery walls. Sure, there are some advantages to it. You know, your food is taken care of, room and board. You get up in the morning, pretty much know what your day is going to be. You have a Buddhist teacher down the hall. But on the other hand, in this day and age, we can have all that and be out in the world where this practice which we practice has its greatest value, I think. Anyway, I'm for knocking down those monastery walls. And I think Master Dogen here starts to make the point. I mean, he was kind of a monastery guy, don't get me wrong. Especially in his later years, he really believed in the monastery. But his basic point, if we go with it, run with it a little bit, is that wherever you are, if you're the cook, that is an opportunity to practice. He cites some great masters who had awakening or a great moment of insight or manifested the way while they were the cook. But it can be you too, as a father, as a mother, as a bus driver, as a school teacher, whatever you are. It is all the same. If there's a philosophy about these instructions for the cook, it can be instructions for the bus driver, instructions for the school teacher, instructions for mom and dad. It's all the same. He tells a story. That's kind of a long, convoluted story, but it basically comes down to this. If someone puts some grains of sand in your hand, it can be the beginning of building a great empire. It can be the beginning of building a great wall or monument. Work with what you have right here, right now. If there's a Buddha, my friend, he's here and now. And if there is truly a place to practice what we practice, it is here and now, in your life, in your way. That's why one of the early themes of Tree Leaf when we started was, life is our temple. And it's true. It's true. In this day and age, you can access teachers, even bad ones, so-so ones like me, but you can get teachers right here on this internet computer thingy. You can get the greatest books and education that only monks could attain by going to your local library, down to Amazon.com. You can receive what only monks can receive, and in somehow a better way in this 21st century than some monk living in medieval Japan 500 years ago, half ignorant, in the middle of the mountains, dying when he was age 40. I believe we can practice better now. But you've heard me say that before. The point I want to get at is the spiritual, sacred side of what Master Dogen is saying. Every time we bow to a Buddha statue, it doesn't have to be bowing to a Buddha statue. It can be cooking breakfast for your kids, driving that bus, doing a report for your boss at work. This is the place of practice. You know, we have this romantic image too about what Buddhist practice was and who these people were. These were people with jobs. Their job was to be a monk. They had to do things in the monastery. Their lives were very much like ours. They were people of flesh and blood. You think that it was, monks in a monastery from morning to night, one spiritual experience after another? Baloney. They were people with lives, jobs, things to do. They just happened to be doing them in a monastery, and we can do them where we are. Well, life is your temple. Right here and now is the place to manifest the way. And if you can't attain enlightenment right here and now, where are you going to attain it? Okay, let's sit with that. I'm very excited. In a couple of days, we move over to Shambhala Sun, and it's going to be just like it always has been. This is the end of our time here, but new beginnings.